Rapport is basically your relationship with your customers, clients, or the people that you work with. And for me, rapport is vital to establishing relationships that lead to trust and lead to helping me understand what they really need. I feel like IT is really primarily about finding out what people need and how we can help them achieve their goals.
The concept of common ground is really important because studies have shown that when parties take some time to find common ground in negotiations, they actually come out with negotiations that are better for both parties. And so it's really important even just to find a few small little tiny bits of commonality before you jump right into negotiations. And they can be things like, where you grew up, or maybe you both have a dog, or you both like a similar sports team, or, it really doesn't necessarily matter, but those small little connections between people really lead to more benefits than what you might expect.
So I would say three things that I remember of the session is to obviously have nonverbal cues. So I think it's really important how you sit and how you position your body language kind of gives away a lot of how you're feeling already. So you're feeling defensive, it'll come across that way. Sometimes it's also like the message, the encouragement to acknowledge that you are listening. So the gotchas, the nodding, that's really important. And then also silence. Sometimes I think it's uncomfortable to have silence. Maybe it feels awkward, but it's necessary because we don't have to fill every single sentence or every space with something to say. Sometimes it's okay to just pause and just listen and let it process.
I think as leaders, I think the most important thing we can do is listen. It is amazing what people will tell you if you give them the opportunity to listen. And then we can choose how to react. We can choose what response to formulate. But I think it's most important to really understand your staff and your colleagues, what they're thinking, what their issues are, before you try to impose some sort of solution. So I think communication is more about listening, really, than about talking.